We are very excited about this day. It's finally some real tangible evidence that we can have for all the hard work that our committees have been working on over the years. We're hoping that this will be a turning point for all of the things that we've laid. We've laid down a strategic plan as a forum. We've laid down the ideas of where we really want this county to go, where we really want this our students to be equipped to be able to move into employment within our county, within our region. And so this is the beginning of the journey to me.
I'm preaching to the choir here. Everybody knows the job openings that we're going to have. In our 10-county region over the next 10 years, we're going to have 70,000 open jobs. If we don't have the employees to fill those positions, those employers will leave this region. Again, as you all know, the trades is going to be booming here. The unions are constantly calling saying, please, do you have anybody? As long as you can pass a drug test, we will teach them on the job. Healthcare is going to be huge here with our aging population. We oversee Westmoreland Manor, and we are constantly hiring at Westmoreland Manor. We can't find enough employees. Another local nursing home just opened up this beautiful wing, and they can't actually open it because they don't have the employees to staff it. So we are in desperate needs here. I thank all of you so much for being on board and helping us to be able to make Westmoreland continue to be great.
So we're going to share with you the experiences that we had as teachers in the field going on our 3 different journeys. We split up based on CTCs. So we had our northern group, our central group, and our eastern group. Jane and Janet and I each accompanied those groups on their tours and then to their trips to the CTCs. So it was very eye-opening for us as well to watch the teachers experience this and learn from it. So what we're going to do now is just take a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes each group, just to share some of what we've learned and what we've seen along the way. These presentations are completely unrehearsed. The number one thing that has come to light for this group, and we heard it numerous times while we were out in the field, is a component regarding character. And this group listed this as the number one priority. And what we see here is that employers told us all along the way, we just don't have people who can work within our environments, who have the ability to come to work on time, to pass a drug test, to have the discipline to be at work. And that we heard time and time again. And for us as teachers, that was a pretty key component.
Something that I don't think was mentioned was the idea of mastery versus completion. We kind of seem to see kids think that completion is good enough, that I filled in all the blanks on this piece of paper with my pencil, so therefore I did a good job. And when we went to the tech center with the industry standards that are required for the people that are building our airplanes and building our bridges, completing it is not good enough. That you need to be able to master those skills, that you need to be able to do them at a very high level. And that was something that we heard.
So we were talking about some of the challenges we're facing with community perspective. So a big challenge that we realized through this program is that many of our students have the expectation that after high school, they have to go to college. We all know that's not true, that there's so many opportunities out there for them to enter the workforce. And a lot of times that expectation of having to go to college comes from older siblings, comes from pressure from their parents, and they're not exposed to workforce opportunities like we've all been through this program. So one of our resolutions was to make students, and more importantly, their parents, because that's really kind of where we need to start, aware of different apprentice programs and workforce opportunities that they would have during high school as well as post-high school. Opportunities that they have, and then also the parents. We kind of kept circling back to the parents and how do we change the stigma, and I think we really need to get them involved and get them out and touring the facilities just like we all did.
We do have a stigma in our area about our CWCTCs or any of our technical schools and trades. I still remember telling my father when I was in high school that I wanted to go to VOTech, and he told me my son's not going to be a techer, and that's the stigma we still see 20 years later.
You can't, if you go to CTC, you can still go to college. You know, I tell my kids it's never too late. I'm 39 and just figured out what I wanted to do.
I think the words that you've heard over and over again have been eye-opening. And I've been in education for almost 20 years, and this is the first time I toured our vocational school, which I think is sad, just because I never had the opportunity to, or there were opportunities, but they were hard to come by. So administrators, please, as a closing thought, get your teachers into these experiences so that we can better inform our students of the opportunities out there.